Welcome to another episode of Lunch with the Shark. Join us as we dive deep into discussions about business, accounting, and finance to help you build a business that thrives. Now sit back and have a bite with your host, the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa.
Well, hello, good afternoon. Welcome to a new edition of Lunch with the Shark. I am your host, Vidal, the Shark CFO Espinosa, and we're in the middle of the week. Damn, the month, it's almost over. We only have, 4 days left in the month, in the first month of 2021. And it's been a great month, needless to say. I think we are in the right path to achieve a successful 2021. It definitely has surprised us with everything that has gone through just 27 days. Damn, imagine if in 27 days, what everything that has transpired, what the rest of the year it's going to have for us. Surprise us in the good way. In the good way, please. So, how you guys doing? How's your week been? Ours has been very, very busy. We are actually doing some little updates here in our apartment down in Real del Mar. We still predict that we're going to be here for hopefully not more than 2 more months. And it is what it is, right? We can't complain. We have, again, as I say, we have a roof over our heads. We have shelter. Yes, it's not what we are looking for, but it's something, right? We should be grateful and thankful that we have something to call home for the time being. And if we see it with a different perspective, everything changes. Let's try to change that mindset. Let's try to change that vision. Or holy shit, it's not going the way I want, and that's a huge problem. Not really. It's not a huge problem. It is a problem, but it's not a huge problem. There's other people that have bigger problems than most of us. People that have days left because they're really sick. People that die suddenly and their families are not prepared for that. It's a shocker. I had a conference call yesterday with a really good friend of ours, an attorney, and her mom passed away suddenly of COVID-19, and she was telling me, Vidal, I'm not gonna see her again. And I was not able to say goodbye to her, hold her hand, and help her pass. I had to do that through a camera. And the nurse only gave us 5 minutes because she had others to attend in the same situation. My mom was well. She was doing good. We had no idea that she had COVID. My dad had COVID. She got tested, and she tested positive, and she had difficulties to breathe, left her at the hospital, and that was it. My dad was sicker. And you start analyzing that, and you start actually listening to understand, not just to respond and say, I'm sorry, I know what you're going through, because you actually don't know what she's going through. You might imagine based on your beliefs and based on what you feel, but you have no freaking idea what she's going through. And she was like, I'm not going to be able to talk to her anymore. And I said, well, I think you are going to be able to talk to her more than what you used to, because now you're going to be able to just speak to the universe, and based on your beliefs, she's going to answer. She's gonna listen. You might not be able to talk to her over the phone or face to face, which is what saddened us, but based on your beliefs, If you just speak, talk, you're going to be talking to the universe. She's going to be listening, and she's going to send you signals here and there that whatever it is that you want to believe in, you might associate them with her answering your calls, and it might ease your pain. And what I'm saying to you right now, it's how a leader has to behave in the organization. A leader must be able to adapt to any situation, regardless of the pain they're suffering personally or through the business. As a leader, you must know how to solve the problem, period. Whether it gets resolved or not, the action that you take as a human being through the roles of a leader have to be that. They have to be actions that help remediate a problem, whether it gets fixed positively or negatively, period. Whether there's some actions that are not what everybody wanted it, or whether there are actions that are going to actually help us mitigate the pain that we have, or whatever it is. Yesterday, actually today, when I actually had to take Captain Crunch out to do his business, on my way back from the patio to the apartment, I was thinking, yesterday I commented about the governor, Newsom from California, shutting down everything and then opening everything back. And I was thinking, is like, did he do this for the well-being of the majority? We'll never know. Did he open back the state for the well-being of the majority? We'll never know, because everything has been so political in the last years that we now know whether people are doing this for the well-being of others, the well-being of themselves, or whatever it is. Are they being true leaders? Are you taking actions personally that benefit you, benefit your family, or benefit your business? Are you being a true leader? Are you solving problems with your team on your own, just thinking of your well-being or the well-being of everybody surrounding you? Sometimes you make decisions that are not going to benefit everyone. And sometimes you're going to get answers, or you're going to get solutions that do not benefit you the way you wanted it. And that angers you, because your idea of the solution, it's not what's going to happen, but there's a solution in the horizon. A leader must accept and teach the team to do so. Today, we're going to talk about 11 ways to encourage and support business leaders in development. Leadership within a business needs to be cultivated if it's to make enough of an impact on the entrepreneur. Mind you, we're going to talk about business, or we talk about business, but every point or every highlight that we mention can and must be implemented in your daily life, personally, because you, as an individual, you're the leader of your pack. Even if that pack is just you, you are the leader of your pack, people look up to you. You look up to yourself. So if I speak about business, maybe I'm talking about also about yourself. Companies that are serious about developing leadership within the industry should aim to support the growth and development of their leaders at every level. There are many ways companies can invest in the leadership potential of their employees, such as providing additional education opportunities or having those higher up in management coach people underneath them. The first thing that I'm going to ask you to do is share resources and be a role model. Offering incentives for leadership development and setting an example as a leader yourself are both great ways to get team members excited about continuing developing their leadership skills. Personal development. Managers can also regulate, share articles and courses available in leadership development and encourage team members to share their experiences and struggles. Share your experiences among your team members. Share resources. We internally share every single resource that we get from all the mentors and all the coaches that we hire, attend to, buy, get, everything. Our team has access to all our Tony Robbins, Disney Institute, when we were with Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez, anyone that you want. We have them. And if they ask us, we look into it. And if it's something that it's going to grow, all of us, we get it. We invest hundreds of thousands of dollars in personal and leadership development. It's so funny because we actually had one of our former clients. I actually told them, hey, you know what, dudes? You are not growing. And why is that? They asked me. And I said, well, you're not growing because you're not developing yourselves. You just have the same freaking mindset and mentality that you started it with. You are not moving outside your freaking comfort zone in your box. You're more interested on see who spends more in meals and entertainment through the corporate credit card than learning so you can give value to your freaking clients. They're no longer our clients. But if that's your mindset, let's see who has in my office the best car. Fuck that. Let's see who has in my office the best team delivering results for the company. That's commendable. Number 2, enable continuous feedback and inclusivity. I think that continuous feedback and learning where there's weak areas are very important. Make sure your leaders know that you want them to continue to grow with the company and that their growth is important. If you don't accept criticism, if you think everything is about you, you're freaking wrong. Feedback will make you grow. And don't be like, oh yes, you're underneath me. I'm not going to accept your feedback because I know more than you do. Ugh. You have your head so up your ass that it's full of shit and you can't listen to that feedback. 3, provide a path and timeline. Many job seekers prioritize leadership development in their career, and team members that show a clear path to advancement will score higher in talent attraction and employee retention. Do you listen to your team? Do you listen to your people? There might be yelling and screaming indirectly that they want to become somebody within the company. Or are you so uh, uh, um, selfish that it's my company, nobody's gonna be higher than I am. Dude, you're the owner. Step to the side. Let other team members grow your company. You can go and grow another company. Create a plan for your team to advance. Sometimes, most of the times, hire within. Hire great leaders. Supporting leadership development requires having great leaders in place at all levels of the organization. It needs to be part of the culture and happen organically. Oh, but my company only has 2 employees or 2 team members. Should I say more? If your company wants to grow, you will create a culture within those 2 individuals. And you're going to grow. You're going to see the growth. But you're wearing 100 hats in your company because I was taught to do that. My dad told me that I had to turn the light on before everybody got here, and my dad had to turn off the light after everybody went home. Yeah, your dad didn't want to be home. He was looking for a way out of not being home, and it was work. If he enjoyed family, guess what? At least that's my belief. Create a coaching culture. Many organizations build formal leadership development programs largely aimed at future proofing their organization. More than formal programs, people need inspiring and knowledgeable coaches at every level. Have your top management coach people underneath. Get talent fresh out of school because that way you can teach them your ways. You've been successful, right? You can teach them your ways if they want to be taught. Give opportunity to lead. One of the best ways to encourage leadership at every level is to give everyone permission to lead. Once you've communicated your desire that all team members should feel comfortable leading, managers can start creating opportunities within the team to place individuals in a position of leadership. When you communicate this, you must be very clear. Sometimes, most of the times, if you let them lead, they're gonna get a power trip and would not be good. Let them lead accordingly. Okay? Teach them what a leader is. Number 7, demystify leadership. Leadership, it's not a title, but a responsibility with all its letters. Hierarchy is needed, but it should be clear that we are all leaders at any level. Leadership development can be mapped out in leading self, leading others, and leading the business. That's what I said. Communicate clearly as to what you expect from those leaders. Maybe you let them lead on how they do or perform their work. There's systems, there's procedures in place. Let them tweak them and make them excellent. Remember, systems have versions, version 1, version 2, version 3. When I'm solving problems, or when I am solving a tax solution, I already told you, I think as if it was outside of my body. I look at my brain and I see different moves like as if I was playing chess. You can win at everything through different avenues. Remember, I said it yesterday. Every road leads to Rome. One are shorter, others are longer. But you can actually get to Rome through different roads. Your road might be the shortest. You have experience. Your team members' roads might be longer. They're learning. Let them lead through those roads that they choose to. But let them be leaders. You can correct them through mentorship in those roads. Number 8, value continuous personal learning. Continuous personal learning is imperative for success of your team at every level. They're going to learn from their mistakes. As long as the mistake doesn't cost the company millions of dollars, absorb those mistakes. Let them commit mistakes. They're going to learn. Teach them. Every learning, every error, every mistake, it's a learning opportunity and should be maximized and capitalized. Give people room to fail. Leadership requires an ability to inspire people and lead people towards a direction. Leadership, it's also a learn by doing activity. And as a leader developing other leaders, give them room to fail by providing them opportunities when they have to step up to home plate. Dude, I have a presentation tomorrow. Do it. But I've never done it. Well, if you never do it, how are you going to learn? Maybe the presentation, it's with a client that it was only worth $10,000. So I'm okay if I lose those $10,000. I still didn't have him, but you're going to get experience. You're going to learn. Do you think that the first time that I sat here or Jeff said, hey, we're going to record our first lunch with the shark, I was comfortable? I was this fluid? Hells no. And I'm pretty sure that in 1 year, when we still doing this lunch with the sharks, I'm going to look at today's date and I'm going to say, fuck, I was bad. I'm getting better. Number 10, define what good looks like. Knowing how companies define how a leader acts, thinks, and values within the context of the company culture sets the foundation for productivity, leadership, development at every level. A leader on the shop floor is different than a leader in the C-suite. But all leaders, and let me explain what a C-suite are the CEO, the CFO, the COO. That's the C-suite, the executive levels. But all leaders at a company should be aligned with what behaviors, mindsets, and priorities will drive executing results for the organization. Yes, decisions that a C-level makes are not the same as the ones that are in front of the client, on the sales floor, or whatever, right? They're different. They're bigger decisions. But every decision counts. Now, if you were to read an agreement, pretty much main words are defined either at the end of the agreement or at the very top of the agreement and say, hey, this word means this. We are not going to leave it to interpretation based on the courts or based on the Webster dictionary or based on the 100 Google searches that I did. No. Define what good means within your organization and post it. Remember, good, it's not enough, though. Excellent is what we should aim to. Okay? Nevertheless, we need to start somewhere. Don't accept half-ass. That's why you need to define good and aim for excellence every time. And number 11, focus on proactive commitment. Utilize a variety of tools to engage team members at every level. Online resources, internships, mentorships, coaching, leadership development programs, informal support networks, books, conferences, professional associations. Do you get my drift? Scout talent at every level from all backgrounds. Diversity. If personal betterment is part of your culture, leaders at every level should model and support this growth. We're always looking proactively for people that will able to grow our firm. We offer scholarships to master's degrees, aiming that they grow, because if they grow, my organization, our organization grows. Oh, but it's their learning, it's their brain. They can just walk out, and they'll walk out for a reason. It's on you. You're the leader. You're the leader of the pack. Like Mickey Mouse, he's the leader of the Mickey Mouse Club. And see how many followers he has. There's a clear example of leadership. It's been great seeing you today. I know it's, I know you have information overload, but be the leader of your own world. Be the leader of your life, your business, your family. Today's quote comes from Reed Hastings. He is the Netflix co-founder and CEO. And he said, most entrepreneurial ideas will sound crazy, stupid, and uneconomic, and then they'll turn out to be right. Remember that little application called Ring? Sharks, they struck out. It's been great seeing you today. Bon appetit. Ciao.
Thank you for listening to Lunch with the Shark. If you would like to set up a consultation with the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa, visit his website www.invictus-advisors.com, and don't forget to subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn.